Good morning. So for today's video, I'm going over everything I eat in a day during my keto days. I do have carb days as well, but today is one of my keto days. I just rolled out of bed and let's make some breakfast. So I generally eat pretty similar on my keto days, not too much variation just because it's kind of hard. I feel like options are limited. In the mornings, I do like to do pasteurized and organic eggs. However, that is not enough protein or fat. So don't just be eating some eggs and thinking that you had a good meal in the morning. I also mix my eggs with some sort of a breakfast sausage. So Applegate has some good ones that I've been using, but then I switched it up recently and I'm doing these grass-fed beef ones from Whole Foods. I just kind of get whatever Whole Foods has, try and switch it up. Sometimes I'll do chicken, sometimes I'll do pork. This one is beef. All right, so I usually just have half a link of sausage in the morning because I don't want to get full off of too much protein. I need to have a good amount of fat as well. Ah, motherfucker. So I'm gonna top my food off with an avocado. I usually eat a full avocado a day, so I'll do like half in the morning and half in the afternoon. Yesterday I ate a little bit more than 1.5. That's why this one is like this, but usually one a day is what I do. Right, so this is my plate in the mornings, and then to add even more fat, I like to add this cheese. It has 11 grams of fat in it. Or sour cream. Sour cream doesn't have as much, surprisingly. I just realized this. It only has about 5 grams of fat. But this is generally not going to be enough fat for me personally, so I do need to add a little bit more. Or I will make a matcha with a lot of heavy whipping cream or coconut milk, which I will show you in a second, and that will add to my fat for the morning time. This also adds to fat in the morning because I either have it with heavy whipping cream or coconut milk. Today I'm doing coconut milk. This one specifically has no guar gum, and it is 14 grams of fat, so a really good source of fat. So there's my matcha, and then I like to add just a dash of cinnamon because I'm fancy. These are the everyday supplements that I take. I have a woman probiotic, and then I take a multivitamin because there are a lot of things that I am not eating. For example, fruits and vegetables have a lot of carbs and sugar, so I'm not eating as much of those. So it's nice to have a multivitamin to make sure that I am getting in all my vitamins, especially since I'm not eating all the types of food that I used to. And then I take liver support. Personally, for me, when I raised my fat, my stool became really runny. Sorry if that's TMI, but it's true. And that's why I take this liver support. In other cases, if you turn keto, you may actually have the opposite problem, which is constipation. I didn't have that problem. So yeah, I just take supplements based on my personal needs. And then I also like to put some trace minerals in my water. I have my Stanley cup here, and I also do electrolytes. This is my plate for lunch. I have some wild white anchovies. These are the ones that I like. They're an extra virgin olive oil. And I like to take the bones out, even though you don't have to. They're so small. And then I have some olives, avocado, cucumber, and this right here is smoked okra that I found at Whole Foods. It's really just to add some flavoring and crunch to my meals. It has like 0 calories. But yeah, so this is my lunch, and it's all drizzled with some olive oil. So another really important part of my keto days is my exercise. So you want to exercise to get all that excess glucose out of your system so that you can stay keto. So going to the gym now, I don't do much cardio. I mainly do heavy weights because I'm little, but depending on your body type, you're going to do the workout that works best for you.
Pana, Berkey, filtered water. Stanley cups for all my girls who drinking water. Stanley cups for all my girls who drinking water, water. cups for all my girls who drinking.
Just got back from the gym and I am starving, ready for dinner. Ooh, look how cute my necklaces are. If you want one of these, they're on my website. Link below. But anyways, let's get onto what I eat for dinner. So I have these pre-made meatballs. It's really just ground beef with some onion and a teeny tiny bit of carrot because I just had those in my fridge. Sometimes I put cilantro. Sometimes I put cilantro or parsley. These are a really easy meal prep idea if you want to just prep some of these meatballs at home and then you just heat them up and eat them. So highly recommend that. All right, so in order to add some fat to this meal, I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of this mayo. I like this brand because they use avocado oil instead of canola oil. But as you can see, 11 grams of fat for 1 tablespoon. So I'm gonna add 2 because I need a lot more fat. I love mayo, so this is okay for me, but I know some people hate mayo and that this can be really disgusting for you. So you really just gotta find what works for you in order to get your macros in. So yeah, basically a pound of mayo right there. But I feel like once you mix the mayo with the meat, it's not so bad because it's just like a dipping sauce and the meat gets less dry. So I really don't mind it. But like I said, if you hate mayo, you might want to try cream cheese or just like another creamy cheese. Yeah. Either way, gotta get that fat in, baby. I am such a dessert girl. Like I always crave something sweet right after having a meal, which I know is terrible that I have like trained my body to feel this way. So yeah, this is what I do for dessert. For dessert, I'm going to have this 100% dark chocolate. So it has 0 sugar in it, even though it does have some carbs. So, you know, not gonna eat the whole thing, but you could have a piece. And then I am also going to pair it with some almond butter, which has a good amount of fat. This also has a little bit of a high carb count, so I'm also going to do just a little bit. Washing my dessert down with this milked walnuts drink. So I like this because it's just walnuts and water, no other crap like a lot of the other ones. It has 11 grams of fat, which is great, and only 1 gram of carb. So this is perfect, keto friendly if you guys want to drink this. You gotta be careful with nuts though, because not all of them are keto friendly. Even though they are all high in fat, some of them are also high in carbs. So make sure you're eating the right type of nuts. So it is that time of the night where I will be checking my GKI and my ketones to see if I'm in ketosis. This is my Keto MOJO. I have another video on how this all works, but it's really important to check your numbers at night to make sure that you ate properly and enough during the daytime. There are times where I have tested and then I wasn't in ketosis, even though I was eating as if I was in ketosis. But that's why it's so important to track what you eat so that you know exactly what you need to change for the next day. So for example, today I didn't track my food. I just guesstimated. So who knows? I might not be in ketosis, but if I guesstimated correctly, then I will be. So that is why it's important to test. All right, so this blue strip is for my ketones. Ooh, all right, 1.1, that's good. Anything over 0.5, I believe, is good. All right, this brown strip, it's my sugar, and I'm at 103, which is high. Oh, sigh. Let's check my GKI. I just checked my GKI with the app and I am at a 5.2, which is a moderate level of ketosis. So we did good today. I could raise my GKI a little bit just because, oh, sorry, that was Kitty. Just because I'm not really battling any like major diseases. So I could raise it a little bit, but either way, we did it, guys. We ate good today. We worked out and I'm in a good, nice ketosis spot. And it is bedtime now. So I'm going to sleep. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.